The land of the golden crown is silent no more. The golden king was spotted in a mood so sweet, so beautiful that even the palace walls seemed to be smiling. But in the middle of his royal jokes, he dropped a secret about Queen Naomi that made everyone gasp. Is there a new prince or princess already on the way? Why is the king suddenly talking about January babies and October cries? A short prayer for you. May the God of restoration visit your home today. Every good thing you have lost, may it come back in double portions with peace that passes all understanding. Amen. The cultural note. We hold the Yoruba culture in high regard, so we use special fictional names for sacred things. But stay with me and you will see the truth clearly as the story unfolds. The atmosphere in the land of the Golden Crown was vibrating with a different kind of energy. You see, after all the storms, the gossip and the wahala of the past, the palace finally felt like a home again. The Golden King was sitting in his royal court looking refreshed, looking happy, like a man who had finally found the missing piece of his heart. On one side, you had the palace elders, and on the other, 7 powerful women leaders who had come to discuss the future of the kingdom. The Golden King was in such a sweet mood that he was cracking jokes, making everyone laugh until their sides ached. It was a beautiful sight. But the women had a mission. They leaned in and asked the question everyone has been whispering. Kabiesi, the people are waiting. When are we going to fix the date to officially welcome Queen Naomi back? When are we going to do the grand honor she deserves? The king smiled, but it wasn't the kind of smile that gives an easy answer. He told them that what will be done properly. He explained that they are waiting for the right cosmic time, a time that only the moon and the stars can reveal. He said they are waiting for the spiritual experts to read the elements because a queen like Naomi doesn't just walk back in, she enters with the rhythm of the heavens. But then he said something that made the women look at each other in shock. He told them, "Why are you in a hurry? Queen Naomi is already inside the palace. We are man and wife. Our relationship is booming." He explained that they are no longer rushing the traditional forest rituals because the peace they have found is more valuable than any public show. He said the enmity that used to make the palace feel heavy has vanished. The bad energy has gone away with the evildoers, and for the first time in years, the coast is clear. The Golden King then leaned forward, his voice dropping to a tone of deep prophecy. He told the women that instead of worrying about dates and ceremonies, they should go and pray to the Almighty for one thing: more children. He said the year 2026 is still very early and he is expecting a new seed from the jewel. Queen Naomi, who was right there, blushed so hard that her face lit up the room. The silence that followed the Golden King's words was so intense you could hear a pin drop. Yet the joy in the room was so heavy it felt like you could grab it with your hands. My Crown Gist friends and families, you need to understand the weight of what just happened. This is not just a king talking. This is a husband who is finally at peace, speaking life into his home. The Golden King looked at the women leaders, his eyes sparkling with a type of mischief and deep love that we haven't seen in a very long time. He told them plainly, "You women are coming to me to talk about dates and ceremonies. You are asking for a celebration of honor, but I am asking you to go and talk to the Almighty. Go and pray that the womb of Queen Naomi remains a fertile garden." He didn't just stop there. He started calculating it like a man who has already seen the future. He said, "Look, this is still January. The year 2026 is still very fresh. If a woman conceives now, by September or October, we should be hearing the cry of a royal baby in this palace." When he said this, the whole place erupted in a mixture of laughter and prayers. Queen Naomi was sitting there and reports say she blushed so much she had to look at the floor. It was a beautiful human moment. For a woman who has been humiliated, a woman who has gone through the fire of public gossip and palace wahala, to have her husband stand up in front of the elders and the women leaders to declare his desire for more children from her, that is the ultimate restoration.
But the Golden King was not done. He wanted everyone to know that the season of bad energy is officially over. He looked at the other side of the room and mentioned Dr. Elizabeth. He said he is expecting babies this year, not just one, but many. He told them that the prayers have been answered and the enmity that used to stay in the palace like a dark cloud has been blown away. He said the bad energy left when the evil ones were shown the way out. Now, the atmosphere is clear, the spiritual pipes are open, and fruitfulness is the order of the day. This is where it gets very interesting for our Crown Gist friends and families. You see, in the past, if the Golden King was praising one wife, the others would be forming face or feeling bad. There would be competition and side eyes that could cut like a razor. But they say this time the atmosphere was different. The other wives were right there laughing and joining the jokes. Even Olori Sando was in her place, calm and quiet, seemingly understanding that the era of fighting for position is over. The king was making jokes about how he wants princess siblings to start arriving in groups. He told the women leaders that they should stop focusing on the when of the ceremony and start focusing on the who that is coming from the womb. He said when the time is right, the traditional forest ritual will happen and it will be grand. But for now, the boom in their relationship is enough ceremony for him. The women leaders were so moved that they started singing traditional songs of fertility. The Golden Crown elders were nodding their heads in agreement. It's like the whole land of the Golden Crown has been waiting for this moment of peace. The king is no longer looking over his shoulder, wondering who is plotting against his joy. He is now looking forward, planning for nosaries and naming ceremonies. He even hinted that the news of fertility is already spreading. We've heard whispers that even the TikTok Kolore might be expecting, though the circumstances are still a bit mysterious. But the king's focus was clear. He wants the real restoration, the one that comes with the cry of a child. He said he doesn't want social media twins or internet pregnancy. He wants the real blessing that comes from the hand of God. And from the way Queen Naomi was smiling, it seems the palace is in for a very busy and very joyful year.
The atmosphere in the land of the Golden Crown was so sweet, you could almost taste it. My Crown Gist friends and families, this is the part of the story that proves that when God wants to settle a matter, he does it completely. The Golden King sat back on his royal chair and began to explain why things are different now. He told the gathered women and the Golden Crown elders that the secret to this new peace is the disappearance of bad energy. In the past, the palace was like a place where the air was too heavy to breathe. Every time Queen Naomi's face appeared, some people would become unsettled. There was so much hidden hatred, so many people who were angry with the jewel for doing absolutely nothing to them. The Golden King confessed that even though he didn't always show it, he was worried. He was scared that someone might actually try to harm her because the enmity was just too much. But look at God. The king said that now the coast is clear. He said the evil ones have carried their bad baggage and left. The people who used to stir the pot of Wahala have been silenced or removed. Now, instead of competition, there is a strange kind of harmony. Imagine a palace where the wives are sitting together, laughing at the king's jokes, even when those jokes are about his deep love for Queen Naomi. This is a miracle in the land of the Golden Crown. The king specifically mentioned Dr. Elizabeth, saying that the prayers of the faithful have been heard. He said he is expecting babies from his house this year, plural. He told the women leaders that the enmity is over and the prayer doors are finally swinging open. He was so relaxed, teasing the women that they should stop looking for ceremony dates and start looking for baby clothes. My Crown Gist friends and families, the most beautiful part was seeing how the other Oloris reacted. Instead of the usual palace drama where one person is trying to overshadow the other, there was a sense of equilibrium. It's like everyone has finally found their natural place. The Golden King was acting like a man who has just been released from a long prison of stress. He was happy, he was glowing, and he was making sure everyone felt that happiness. He told them that the peace they have found is not just for the palace, but for the whole land of the Golden Crown. He said, when there is peace in the king's house, there is peace in the streets.
He encouraged the women leaders to go back to their homes and spread the news. The Golden King is at peace, his wives are in harmony, and the jewel is exactly where she belongs. The fear of palace sharks trying to bite Queen Naomi is gone. The water is calm and the ship of their love is sailing on smooth ground.
The air in the land of the Golden Crown was so light and joyful, it felt like the ancestors themselves were joining in the celebration. My Crown G's friends and families, you need to visualize this moment. The Golden King, after sharing his heart and his jokes, did something that moved everyone to tears. He stood tall not just as a ruler, but as the spiritual head of his home, and he began to pray. He prayed for a peace that would never diminish. He prayed that the newly found harmony among the wise, including Queen Naomi, Dr. Elizabeth and Olori Shadow, would become a pillar that no enemy could ever shake again. The report says the atmosphere was so charged that people were shouting Amen from every corner of the courtyard. The king made it clear that this peace is not a temporary one, it is a permanent restoration. He looked at Queen Naomi once more and spoke about her journey. He acknowledged that the jewel had gone through so much, the humiliation, the public gossip, the years of pain and being misunderstood. But he declared that her time of suffering is officially over. He said this is the season where the most beautiful things in life will begin to locate her. From the way the Golden King was speaking, it was obvious that he is ready to protect her joy with everything he has. Even Olori Shadow, who many thought would be fighting for her position, was there, calm and accepting of her place. She seems to understand that she is playing for her past choices and she is choosing the path of peace instead of the path of wahala. The Golden King prayed that this peace would open doors for all the women in the palace, that their cries will be heard, and that the land of the Golden Crown will become a testimony of fruitfulness to the whole world. As the meeting came to an end, the king reminded the women leaders again, "Don't bring me dates for ceremonies yet, just bring me news of a growing womb." He is so confident that by the time it gets to September or October of this year, 2026, the palace will be filled with the sounds of celebration. My Crown gives friends and families, if God restores, he restores completely. And it looks like the Golden King's house is the first port of call for that blessing. But before I let you go, I must remind you of one thing. Please keep in mind that all these details are based on alleged reports, rumors, and unverified information making the rounds on social media. This is the gist currently flying on the internet across the land of the Golden Crown, and it should not be taken as official news or confirmed facts just yet. We are bringing you these updates as they drop in the digital streets. So what do you think? Are we ready for a royal naming ceremony before the end of the year? Do you think the peace among the Oloris will last forever? Drop your comments below and let's talk about it. I'll be back with more updates soon.